Hi guys, Tugger here with a new video. In this video, I want to talk about the pre-patch of Dragonflight, and we have somewhat of a date, so I would say an estimate. That's why please take it with a grain of salt, because it could be different a few days, but it does line up with the current unconfirmed Dragonflight pre-patch dates that has been leaked a few months ago. So I want to discuss about it with you guys. So the season 4 of Shadowlands is going to be closed the week of October 25, and you can expect that the PvP content will end at 10 p.m. the night before maintenance begins in each region, and this is 10 p.m. in PDT for North Americans and 22 CST for European realms. With the season's end, it will no longer be possible to earn PvP seasonal rewards, titles, or Shadowlands Season 4 rankings. So if you guys are still playing Shadowlands, you still are pushing for rating, you have like 2 good weeks to actually push some ratings, so good luck to you guys. Myself, I'm playing a bit more Wrath of the Lich King these days, waiting for Dragonflight, and then I'll combine both of those games. Mythic, the same, will close down around the same date. Still can push for the titles if you really want and so desire. But I want to discuss about the dates, and then I'm going to discuss about the pre-expansion candidate build. So basically, it will not really change until the 25th of October, which should be the actual date. If you can see right now on your screen, you see October 25 to be decided at the hour that it can be launched, I guess, on Realm Reset. WoW 10.0 pre-patch, and 10.0, you know, it means that it is a pre-patch, and whenever it comes out it will be 10.0.5. The good thing is everything is actually lined up. The 26th of September WoW Classic Portal global launch was correct. November 28th, the global launch of Dragonflight is also somewhat correct, and the same for Overwatch 2, the same for the actual dates that you can see, like for example Warzone 2. Everything is correct from that leak. I don't know if it is actually meant to be like this, but it should be like this. So I say it's October 25 because it will end at October 25, the actual season, but it could be that it will be launched the day after, or 2 days after, or 1 week after, because then you will have 3 big weeks of pre-patch. The October 25th is a Tuesday. If it doesn't launch Tuesday or 26th, the Wednesday, it will be launched the 1st of November or the 2nd of November. But my guess would be the week of the 24th, Monday 24th till I would say Friday, because they will not launch it on a weekend, the 28th of November. So that would be my guess. Now let's talk about the pre-patch notes. And boy, there is a lot of things that are actually changed. You'll see a lot of damage buffs to compensate with Shadowlands power levels. Probably a lot of things that are going to be nerfed as well. But you see, like, I'm not going to discuss every single change because it's quite boring. I'm going to link this link into this description if you want to read more thoroughly. You can also do that on wowhead, and you can pick that post and read at your own convenient time. But I want to discuss a few things. You see that DKs are getting overall buffed. This is more or less the modifiers that we ate in Legion, if I'm not correct. I think in Legion we did ate a lot of negative modifiers, and now they are trying to change it into what it was before. And they are actually resetting everything, because if you see the beta nodes, they do remove a lot of PvP modifiers. Everything went to 1 again. Like for example, a buff that they did in Shadowlands, like corruption, I think it's a 15% buff or a 10% buff. They did remove it to 0%. So it means that the buff, or the PvP buff, is not active. And they did that for all the spells, I would say, with modifiers. Not every modifier, because they're still working on it. But I think my conclusion for that fact is you should not take it as face value. I think everything got resetted to 0, so they can actually modify it a bit more precise, because if you give a modifier on a modifier on a modifier, then it becomes like a spaghetti coding, and you don't want that. So I think they did reset a lot of that coding to get a base that they had with PvE, and then with PvP they will add some modifiers if they feel like some classes are underperforming or overperforming. So I think it's very exciting, because I feel like they are really working on that expansion to be somewhat decent, a lot better than Shadowlands, a lot better than BFA, and I would say they want to build upon the Warlock classic experience, and they want to give it back to Dragonflight. So I see a lot of changes towards the classic feel of the game, and or Mist of Pandaria by a certain extent, because you have still somewhat of CDs to press whenever you want to do damage. But not only the CDs does hurt, but also the spells. And I feel like they're going to change to that direction. It will take a few patches to actually get the final form, but I feel like the idea of Dragonflight is already very good, and I'm very excited to actually try it out with you guys. I'm still keeping it a lot fresh for me, because I don't want to play beta. I don't want to play the pre-patch PTR as well, because I want to have a fresh experience and do a lot of solo shuffles with you guys on stream. So you see, like for example, Frost Decay, they have like a lot of changes, like a lot of changes towards their talents or towards their basic spells. So I'm very excited to see that. And Holy Decay, they did have a lot of nerfs, but again, those things were modifiers in Shadowlands and in Legion and also in BFA. So I'm very excited to see what they are going to do with the specs. Really, if you're going to scroll, everything has been changed. Like for example, Feral, you see a lot of changes here, from talents to basic spells, and they want to actually give a base part to actually build upon. So I feel like the first patch of Dragonflight will be somewhat raw in damage compartments. I think a lot of classes are going to be busted or pretty bad. I feel the design will be good, but the balancing will need to be changed somewhat actively. But I think they are going towards that direction, so I'm very happy with how they are managing everything. I'm scrolling through all the changes because I didn't read everything. I did read like a TLDR of what happens, but like pretty much they are going to reduce a bit of power for Arcane, because they did get a lot of good things talent wise. And on PTR and on beta, I did hear that Arcane was one of those stronger specs in duels at least. And yeah, I feel like a lot of mages are going to be very happy with Arcane. Fire mage, still a lot of changes, like with bugs, with talents, but also with damage. Frost the same, and monks they are really a bug fiesta class. Like everything is bugged. I've heard a lot of echoes from people that are actually testing on PTR on beta that the spells don't really work as intended, so you still don't really know what is going to happen in Dragonflight. But I'm actually very confident that the devs from Dragonflight are actually doing all right. I know it's like a popular opinion to actually say that Blizzard is bad, but for me, Blizzard is actually doing good since 9.1.5. I don't know if you guys noticed on how they did change a lot of their philosophical ideas that they had in BFA, even in Legion and beginning of the Shadowlands. Like I'm really, it's really an exciting time to actually be a player. End of the year, because you have like Wrath of the Lich King actually popping off, Dragonflight actually popping off on the ideas that they have, the feeling that you have. Call of Duty, if you like Call of Duty, Call of Duty will come out. You also have Warzone. If you like FIFA, FIFA is somewhat playable, I guess. You have a lot of great games coming out, so if you are a gamer, please be excited, because you have all the rights to be. So I'm really still reading everything. A lot of I saw a lot of nerfs towards the Retribution Paladin, like Templar's Verdict, damage reduced by 35. All of this is balancing changes that are going to be changed. They are doing extremes, so they know where is the middle ground, you know? So don't be scared You can still play Retribution Paladin. This is temporary. It will be changed into somewhat of a playable form, but I feel like the damage reduction on Divine Storm, the Temporal's Verdict, even Final Verdict is a bit harsh, so I feel like it will be towards the 10% or 15% reduced, so they can actually fine-tune the balancing on Retribution Paladin, because you have a lot more regeneration on Holy Power, right? So you will have a lot more Templar's Verdict than previously, so that's why it's actually reduced. I'm thinking I'm going to end the video on a high note. If you want to read everything, be sure to click on the description below. You will have the whole post. Of course, it is still subject to change, but this is the pre-expansion PTR development note, so it can still be changed whenever Dragonflight is going to come out. But it is pretty much the final build for the for the pre-patch. So whenever pre-patch will come out, I think those changes are not going to change. But once we have the full patch, I'm going to cover it extensively, probably on a live stream. It will be long, I think 1 hour, 2 hour. We are going to discuss everything point by point, and you will have like a big video where you have all the information with all the timestamps. So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. Again, click the like button if you did like the video. Comment below what you think about Dragonflight, about the estimated dates for Dragonflight, and what do you think about the actual philosophical changes that Blizzard are making on Dragonflight, but also on Wrath of the Lich King. They are still making changes, and I'm really excited to cover those changes with you guys. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and be sure to be safe. We will catch each other very soon with a next video. Have a great day. Bye.